And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben here for the Daily Show with Patrick. We're at the super secret squirrel location. We're on a mission from God. We got a half a pack of cigarettes, a full tank of gas, and I don't know what else he says.
Yeah, I can't remember that either.
God, what a great movie.
That was a good movie.
Oh,
That was a good movie.
the best music ever
Oh, yeah.
in a movie.
Yeah.
Everyone had Jim Belushi, had
John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
You go through the bands that were in there. I mean, Aretha Franklin was in there.
Oh yeah.
Ray Charles was in there.
Yeah, Ray. Just a great movie. Welcome everyone, and it's Friday, and I'm near St. Louis, so I got my blue shirt on. We were here like getting ready for the show, and I saw on Twitter they now have an AI operated equipment on a farm that lasers out the weeds and insect eggs on the ground.
Yeah.
And leaves the
crop,
corn or wheat or whatever else you're growing, leaves it alone. Think about that, folks. We don't need friggin' Monsanto no more. It was an amazing video. You just watched it roll through, and it was hitting with lasers.
And smoke, and there was smoke coming out.
Yeah, it was like just amazing to watch. Technology. And this is what I've said in my shows, is that's all frequency. We are now reaching a point where we don't need, oh, all right, thank you, Patrick. We don't need chemicals anymore because we can literally use pure energy lined up with a frequency, because how the AI is recognizing plants is it's using its optical and frequency sensors to recognize the frequencies of the DNA in the plant. It's what I've been trying to explain to everyone is everyone's worried about cameras and everyone's worried about eye trackers and all that. That isn't where this is going. Like Patrick, as he sits right next to me, has a completely different frequency than I do. And it's very unique because of his actual DNA. And mine is unique because of my actual DNA. So if you have a frequency sensor, it will recognize him and recognize me without using pictures or anything like that. It's all frequency based. And and then I saw online that AI, uh, Chat GPT, is now has a plugin for Bitcoin that will actually create software where the software works on the Lightning Network, and you're rewarded for the use of your AI using the Lightning Network. So if you create an AI software, it puts this plugin in there where everyone using or wanting to use your software loads the software with Bitcoin, and that software will actually pay out other software over the Lightning Network for usage of the other software. It is literally the new employee.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's how revolutionary is that? Because now that gets rid of uh, shareware. Well, it doesn't get rid of it, but the really good software will actually be rewarded using Lightning Network and using Bitcoin. And it automatically loads this plugin into the software. So you can hop on Chat GPT, have it write out any software you want. And I had a friend show me how you do this. You create what is called a scope of work, and you write that, or you have a Chat GPT write it, and then you plug that scope of work into the software generating GPT, and it writes the software for you in any language you want it to write it. So, according to my friend, this will take software that would have taken months
To learn.
And write, and you can do it in an hour.
Right. So I want to get some code written for blockchain, and I hand it off to the GPT with the directions as stipulated with that scope of work, and plug it in, and it'll kick out in Python or whatever language I wanted in that language, so I can now take that and plug that into a blockchain.
Yep.
DApps are going to be written by GPT, and anybody's going to be able to do this.
It's like, I think our website works on WordPress.
Yep.
Right. So you say that you want a chat software for your WordPress website and you wanted to have these features, it will write that software for you. You load that on your website, I guess. I don't know how you do that.
It could be a widget.
Yeah. And then you have it on your website the way you want it.
Right.
And it's wrapped up in an hour. You didn't have to pay anybody. And you can say, and I want the chat box to be able to accept payment in Litecoin or Bitcoin, and create a Lightning wallet, because remember, what are the two cryptos that work on Lightning? Bitcoin and Litecoin, because they have segregated witness. And that right there, and think about it. I received another message last night from a friend, and it's like, listen to this, you guys wonder why my largest holdings in Litecoin. Litecoin is now the choice for payments on the world's largest crypto processor. This is huge. Now, the world's largest crypto processor. You ask, all right, what the hell is a crypto processor? In the old days, God, what was the name of it? It was an exchange union. And basically what it is, it's a group of exchanges that send information into an information pool. And it updates every half a second or something on how much liquidity is available on each coin, on each exchange, on the whole network. And what you do is you API into the exchange union instead of all of the exchanges individual. So if you're an over-the-counter and you actually want to purchase Litecoin, or you actually want to purchase Bitcoin, but you want to trade out of Bitcoin and into Litecoin using an atomic swap feature, you transfer your Litecoin, which is cheaper than transferring Bitcoin, and then on the other end, it swaps into, right, friggin' Bitcoin again. It's people are using Litecoin, and also this is going to grow, folks, because Lightning Network along with other networks like Liquid, they also use segregated witness for larger blocks. And these all use or can use Bitcoin, Litecoin, technically, actually, friggin' Digibyte also has Digibyte also has segregated witness. And right now, I've had people ask me, hey Ben, why are you so positive on friggin' Divi? Right? Well, there's several reasons why. Number one is Divi Labs. Right? Divi Labs holds all of the IP, intellectual property, for the wallets of the Divi project. The Divi project, because of how the wallets are structured and how the wallets can be made into a white label wallet. Right? A white label wallet would allow Pizza Hut, any brand to white label a Divi wallet and use the Divi token, which they could rebrand in their wallet as their own reward token, and yet it would use the Divi token on the Divi network. So while it looks like Pizza Hut has its own coin, it wouldn't be. It would be the Divi token running all of the transactions on a white labeled wallet that looks like Pizza Hut's. Well, hell, look at them. They got their own wallet.
And I could use Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum
Yeah,
to make payments. I don't have to have Divi.
yeah. And that allows for the adoption and the creation, right, of other applications inside the wallet for the company to use. They can use that reward structure for their employees. They can use that reward structure for other companies they work with, using the actual Divi token as the behind the scenes transaction, and all it is marketing all the utility of the Divi wallet. I've had people ask, why are they only improving the phone application? Well, they are going to improve the desktop wallet also, but not to the extent of the phone wallet, because the master node structure that will be running on the laptops, you're going to need things on the laptop wallet that the phone wallet won't need. Because although you'll be able to move your coins in and off of a desktop wallet, the phone wallet is actually going to have to link with other white labeled wallets that the desktop wallet, you don't want those links, right? Because those links on the desktop wallet would own it. Those extra wallets linked to the desktop wallet would only clutter up the wallet, where you want the desktop just focusing on recording and handling transactions on the more base layer of the Divi coin. Because remember, the Divi coin is now programmable. They had that upgrade, right? So now they'll be able to run smart contracts on the Divi structure. It's easier to explain than it is in application, because that means you need all the transactions recognizable but not usable on desktop, because desktop wallets are not going to be white labeled. The phone applications will be able to be white labeled. This, and I have a call to talk about this with the Divi project. All right. And it's just getting everything set up. And it's not easy. This is all, you can't approach Pizza Hut without, number one, a working example of this and a track record. Like Divi has now actually been around for years, like 6 years.
Yes.
Right? They're not newbies. And that's recognized. So when they approach these corporations, Nick, get ready. You're about to just fucking turn into a wallet salesman, which is okay. That's what the partnership with the soccer league was, right? It's bringing the utility of crypto wallets to the mainstream corporations. That's what the devour is it's bringing the technology into corporations. And with Chat GPT and all of this rolling out, you gotta understand how this all links together, because the Divi wallet could easily integrate other software into it and expand. Although cryptos move quickly, the technology, the only thing slowing down cryptos is the amount of humans who understand cryptos. I heard an interview of the head of BlackRock. He sounds like one of us now. A year ago, he had a very limited idea of what cryptos were. That's why he kept saying, well, there may be utility in it. I don't know yet. Well, BlackRock and the associated people with BlackRock and ARK Investment, which is interesting because ARK Investment might get an ETF before BlackRock.
That would be pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, we got about 2 minutes left before we shut off YouTube. So YouTube viewers, go over to Rumble, links under here, and join us. For the rest of you guys going over to Rumble, that's when we start talking about some issues that have popped up with technology hardware that we need to talk about, because it is coming, and it's coming fast, folks. And I'm going to talk to you about an interview on a podcast, and it's an interview with a hacker, the CIA hacker that the CIA hired to help them develop the hardware for the laptops. And this interview, and I will post a link on all of my social media of the interview. And I want you to listen to it very carefully, because once you listen to that interview and you listen to what me and Patrick have to say the next half hour over on Rumble and the other channels, you'll understand why the Liberty laptop is so important.
Are we doing our drawing here, or are we gonna do it on Rumble?
We'll actually do it on Rumble. So if you own a Liberty laptop or a crypto only laptop
that you bought in June,
yep,
there's a drawing for it today for any of the people that purchased at that time for a free laptop, and that's just, it's an inventory that we have, and we're giving it away. It's not Liberty, it's not crypto, but it's a nice Dell.
Yeah. Yeah.
A junker.
Yeah. It's a fun junker. That's the thing you can give to your son and let him visit all the goodie sites.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear a word from the sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
And we're back. Everyone watching on YouTube, bye-bye. Come on over to Rumble.
We'll see you there.
There we go. All right. Now,
I'm going to take a piss.
all right, Patrick's going to go take a piss, and I'm going to roll from here on Rumble and other channels. Now, there's an interview out on, hang on one second, let me get the name of this. Wait, hang on one second. It's on, where the hell is it? Hang on one second. On the Sean Ryan Show. And the interview you want to look for is hang on one second. Hang on one second. Oh. Well, there's actually two of them. All right. You're looking for the Sean Ryan Show with a guy named David Heiss, T-I-C-E. That one, he explains how the smart grid runs your laptop and runs your cell phone. And when you plug your cell phone in at night, it overrides everything and listens as you sleep, right? Now, this other guy, hang on. Right.
The man who's been called the godfather of artificial intelligence has left his job at Google, and the reason is somewhat ominous.
Right. It's right. I will find it and I'll post it. It's he explains exactly what I have been explaining, that Your laptop is created to be a surveillance unit. Its job is to transfer information. That's what laptops do. But the difference between the new laptops and the old ones are that the new ones have software that the old ones didn't, and it runs through the power. Well, we at CALIX, we are working our asses off on creating laptops that secure you as much as possible against this. And it's an uphill battle, folks. We're not only dealing with laptops that are invading your privacy. We're actually trying to help you avoid hacks and phishing and all these other things that are coming at you. And we're it, folks. We are it. There are no other laptop companies that I know of that are doing the work we're doing. And it's as AI gets more and more powerful, right? And I'm actually doing research on this now, how CALIX Solutions can use AI to fight the AI that's coming out. This is an AI war. Now, Patrick, we got about maybe 20 minutes left. What are you seeing out there that just is at the front of your mind in worry and excitement? What has you worried? What has you excited?
I'd say the things that have me worried most is the use of AI in order to phish. We have AI being used for voices. It's being used in phone calls, if you will, targeting the elderly with a seasoned approach where they call and say your grandson, your nephew, etc., is in jail, got into a car accident, they need money, and they're using AI to generate your grandson or your nephew's voice, and they have a script that this persona is running through. It scares the hell out of everybody that comes in contact with it, because they say it sounds exactly like my grandson, sounds exactly like my nephew. There was a guy in St. Louis that got tagged for $10,000 not too long ago. It was last week. And that was the scheme that they had used there. There's going to be a number of other applications for AI on the unholy side of things. They're going to be using it as approaching you as though they're a business. And that's frightening.
I did hear something that gives me hope, that each one of your family members, you're going to want to have a conversation with your friends about this.
Yeah.
And this is what you do. If you receive a phone call from someone claiming to be your brother or your mom or something, ask them a question that they would only know.
Right.
And if they can't answer that question correctly, hang up.
Yeah. Yeah. And right. And there's a predetermined question that you have too.
Well, they actually say, as long as you and your family members know, hey, if we question it, we're going to ask you a question. Do not have a question that you've chosen. Just like, hey, what car did I learn how to drive on?
Right.
Oh, okay, that's, that hunk of shit we had, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
If they get it right, odds are you're good. But actually making a question that they would know. Or, hey, where did we go fishing at, 2 years ago? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then you move on.
Right.
And it's as long as your family member or your friends understand, hey, I may ask you a question that seems odd. Understand, I'm just verifying it's you.
Right.
And have them ask you a question. You gotta think outside the box. Security is gonna be such a feature in the future that you're gonna have to get creative. And that's why I cannot stress it enough. The first weapon that you have is a Liberty laptop or a crypto laptop. They're not the only weapons that you're going to have. You're going to have to weaponize your life. You're going to have to have security at the front of your brain at all times, because we're moving into the age of energy where we are dealing 80% of our life online.
Pardon me.
That everything is gonna be out in the open. Just assume that everything's out in the open. And that's how you're gonna have to learn how to live your life. Because it's gonna be the reality of it. Would you agree?
Yeah, it is. It's here. It's not going away. And as slow as both houses of Congress have reacted to this situation, they're certainly going to cause more problems than provide solutions. Schumer can't. He's just a freaking moron. Senator Squidward has been fumbling and bumbling his way through Senate subcommittee hearings, trying to get something developed and out there. That's not going to happen. And this development is only going to get deeper and deeper into our lives. Now, you have an option, and that is you can turn your back on it.
Amish.
Yeah. You go into the Amish protection program. You turn your back on it, but it's still going. It's like kudzu, an invasive species. It's not going away.
No.
But you can limit your access to technology in order to thwart its involvement in your day-to-day life. It's just not going away.
Yeah, and if technology already frightens you like the older people, they are at the weakest right now.
Yeah.
Because they don't know a lot of this is coming. I mean, it's why I encourage people, if you have a friend who's getting ready to purchase a laptop, or your mom or your dad or your brother or something, and you're a CALIX Solutions client, use your affiliate link. Send them that and go, hey, this is the safest laptop out there for privacy. Let's get you one of these, and at least that helps you more than a regular out-of-the-box laptop. We're all flying blind here, folks. And I'm serious, because
that's very true. It's very true.
It's changing so quickly. That's why Patrick and I, we are upgrading our website, where we will have a feature there that you can get a hold of us, and we can inform you guys, and it's us, without sending out an email or something like that, where you can verify it's us, because you go into the portal, and in the portal you can talk to us and know it's us. And we are chasing. We literally have we're trying to shoot a moving target, and it's moving every day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and that's the benefit of CALIX Solutions, is you don't just get a laptop. You get a company that is trying to offer services that will help you live your life with a little bit more peace of mind than you would have. We literally have a grocery list of things we want to launch, but we can only do it at a certain rate. But each one of them need to be done, because the future isn't getting more secure. It's getting less secure for the average person. And you have to change the way you think. The people producing your laptops are the people who are trying to manipulate you. So it's like you're literally buying the food from a farmer who's trying to poison you. That's the equivalent. Where with CALIX Solutions, you're getting a product that is restricted, and we're trying to keep up with all of the changes at the same time. But we're the only option. You can go out and buy a laptop off the shelf at Walmart, and you're absolutely screwed. You're done. Or you get a CALIX Solutions laptop, and you have a laptop that's shipped to you, and information on the laptop, software on the laptop when you get it, and you get a login to our portal where we can continuously update you on current information we hear about and we're aware of, and let you know if we have a solution for it. Hence the name, CALIX Solutions. And this is how everything's gonna go, folks. This is how the new liberty economy is going to happen. We're just the first to do it, right? Think of us as the anti-Anheuser-Busch, right? That me and Patrick, we saw Anheuser-Busch basically shit on the American people.
Yeah.
And we said, you know what? We're going to create a beer that's pro-freedom. But instead of beer, we created a laptop. That's the equivalent. The reason you're sitting there going, well, do I need this thing? Do I need this thing? Yes, because if your other choice is Bud Light, you're either getting a CALIX Solutions laptop, Liberty or Crypto, or you're buying Bud Light. And we also can do custom desktops.
Right.
Now, I had a question. If they shot us a link of a laptop.
With the specs? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Right.
can do that.
So if you want a certain higher grade laptop, reach out and say, hey, I want this laptop, but I want it liberated. Okay.
We will get the parts from the manufacturer or a supplier, and we will build it.
Yeah.
We will not take an existing laptop or desktop that you have and configure it that way.
No, that doesn't work. It's already corrupted.
We can't warranty that. But you give us the specs, we'll find what's needed in order to build that the way you want it to, and we'll get that done.
Yeah. So where can the people reach us?
They can find us on the website. There's a phone number there. It's 702-845-8276. And then the website has our email address also, which is info@calixsolutions.io.
And we have a link under the shows for CALIX Solutions.
Right. And any questions you have about them, feel free to either shoot us an email, call us up, send us a text, any of the above. And we'll get back to you. And if you want to have a phone conversation, that's great. We'll do that.
Yeah, I encourage you, take 5 minutes out of your time and give us a call. If we don't answer, leave a message. We will call you back. And it will probably be Patrick.
It will be me.
Right? It will be Patrick. And ask him a question that Patrick would only know. How old are you? 147. That's, just keep that between us. All right? But this is how serious this is getting, folks. Because they're, with AI and all this coming out, the liberty economy has to fight back or we lose. That's why I told you guys, if you're an entrepreneur, open a liberty company. Open a Liberty Lawn Care. Open a Liberty Coffee House. Open a Liberty Salon. Wave a flag out the front door. Have your slogan say, no Bud Lights allowed. And you will get just a rush of companies or clients, because people, the reaction to Bud Light, what if another brewery would have came out with an ad that made a joke out of Anheuser-Busch, like had some ugly woman man on the face of a can and then have some like military troop walk over the top of it or something, or have a tank drive over it. That ad would have went viral. Because people want liberty. That we are Americans. And there's a whole swath of people who value liberty over this woke shit. So don't worry about selling to woke people. Don't worry about selling to limp-wristed lefties. Worry about selling to people and giving your money to and doing business with people that value what you value. That's how we save this country. You can no longer just buy American. You have to buy liberty. You have to buy freedom. That's the new slogan. Not buy American, buy freedom. And you won't find any two more patriotic people than me and Patrick. And we are willing to go to the mattresses for liberty. For you young people, that's a reference to The Godfather, right? And that's what you have to start to choose. You have to choose who wins in this war of economies. Is it the large corporations going woke? I hope not, because then they will control the money. What are you, and I know you got something to add to this, because it's.
Well, I do.
He has to kind of taper it down.
Well, yeah, I have to filter it a little bit.
It involves a lot of these.
Yeah. This is frontline stuff in my mind, because it's the means to access information. It's our ability to know what's really going on, beyond the pablum that we're getting served up by the media, the mainstream media, and the questionable information that's coming out through other sources. So by being able to get to the deep web through the Liberty laptop, our means of accessing real information, real time, is critical, and here's the path to do it. I've talked to quite a few people about using the Liberty laptop, and the basic understanding that needs to be grasped that this is a completely different method of getting online. You're not using the Googles of the world. You're not using the Bings. There is a network that is completely separate from what you're used to using. The blue pill matrix that we all access using Google, Bing, etc., using Chrome or Safari. Those browsers don't offer you the level of protection that you really need. And by going through the Tor network, using a VPN, you now have an encapsulated presence so that they can't identify your IP address. They don't know what you're looking for. They don't know what you've gotten in terms of information. And the Liberty laptop jettisons any trackable information. So if at any point they were ever to get on the laptop, there wouldn't be any information there. And when you go, you're traveling in the matrix, the blue pill web, all of your information is, when you're not using a Liberty laptop, all of your files, your trackable information is there for them to profile and see where you've gone and see what you've bought. And so that's why you get the ads that you get. And the Liberty laptop jettisons all that information from the browser.
Yep.
Even if you go to the blue pill matrix web, we get rid of that stuff. It's not possible for them to profile Ben as having been on this particular site looking at these items and having purchased this or that. It doesn't carry that information going forward. There's a clear out path. We for all intents and purposes, dump the files every time you get on there. So there is a level of protection when it comes to getting the information that is real from sources that are much more reliable than what you're getting when you go to any of the mainstream media stations out there. I would actually put Fox into that category of folks that have slipped. Rupert Murdoch, the 2020 elections did a 180-degree turn on us. And watching a lot of those folks, the anchors on the election night, it was nauseating, to be honest. The OANs of the world, the Epic Times of the world, who's Real News.
Yeah.
Those are legitimate places to go to get your information. But you have to know, that, and that's a tough one to unearth on your own. But anyway.
Yeah, and the Liberty laptop, when it arrives to you, it has software and has information on it that allows you to actually scrub your identity off the internet,
Right.
right? Through what is called the right to be forgotten.
We have as Ben's alluding to, there's a shortcut on there to a subscription service. And that subscription service is an annual fee. They go to all of the data brokers that are out there. They submit a cease and desist on your behalf. I did it in February, and I receive reports on a monthly basis. They submitted 103 requests for cease and desist. They've so far have 71 compliance letters, and the remaining 32, they continue to hammer away on these guys. I doubt that they'll get all of them, but that 71 is a significant number of data brokers that were selling my information to everybody and anybody.
Now, remember that information that they were selling was actually information that they could update on a regular basis using your known trackers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And they do.
Yeah.
And their audience are retail organizations, commercial entities that are primarily retail oriented. Walgreens makes more money from their loyalty program that uses your phone number
Yep.
than they do their retail sales.
Yep.
They're selling that outside of their little world. And that's the reality of
their loss leader is their store.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is true of Kohl's. This is true of any place. But, you get Kohl's cash. Well,
Yeah.
You're getting hosed. You think you got a deal? No, they're selling your stuff.
Yeah.
They're selling it and making money doing that. And here's the thing. Ultimately, the product is you.
Yep.
You are the product. And that's what they're counting on, is that somebody's going to end up buying.
Yep.
That
And
information.
the Liberty laptop takes you off the shelf.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what needs to happen. We need to demonetize ourselves from the matrix. So they're not using our information. They're not tracking us. And the problem is that all of these laptop companies, how they sell their laptops and how they make them are in agreement with a lot of these tracking sources to implement their software into the hardware. So you're actually paying for your own handcuffs. That's what you're doing when you buy a laptop off of Walmart's shelf. You're literally buying your own handcuffs. And the reason this is so important, the reason I keep pushing this, is because of where we're at now. With AI, you sitting there watching this show on a regular laptop, all they have to do is plug an artificial intelligence software into their software that communicates with your laptop. And your laptop is now their salesman. and not only salesman, but manipulator. Not only manipulator, but regulator. Where and they're doing this now, where you try to hop on Google Chrome or one of these other browsers, and it won't let you go to a certain site. It just won't let you go. And then what's worse is that, say you're using Brave browser. Well, now it's the hardware is listening to the things you're listening to through Brave. Although it can't see through Brave, it can listen. And it can use what's the words on the bottom?
Closed caption.
Yeah, it can link with closed caption that is in your laptop and send that closed caption to an outside source. There's so many different ways that they can track you and find you and label you and do all that. And that's what we are working to protect you from. So
yeah,
that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you, Forrest.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we had alluded to the drawing
Yes.
for the laptop.
We have a winner, folks.
The foundation.
Let's see. We do have a winner. We had done this drawing earlier. Austin pulled it for us. And the winner is Ron Richards.
Ron Richards. Congratulations. We are high tech.
We are. It's
Ron.
almost as good as my favorite though, and it drives my son nuts. Is I get the air horn.
Ron Richards, congratulations. You purchased a laptop last month from CALIX Solutions. Now we're going to ship you a new laptop that's not CALIX Solutions, Liberty or crypto, but it's a laptop.
Yeah.
You can put it out in the shop or
Whatever you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just use it for one or a paperweight.
Yeah.
It's a free
Either way.
paperweight.
Whatever you want to do, Ron.
Yep.
You and your wife will enjoy it. Yeah. So thank you. Thanks for being on with us on the show today, and we will talk to you later.
Absolutely. Everyone have a great day, and I will see you guys on Monday morning. All right? Bye-bye.
Adios.